They were horrible. They were absolutely incredible. No, I'm kidding you. The cast was amazing. I have a killer cast. The veteran actors, Merritt Hartley and Barry Bostwick. All these people worked way before you were born. Even me, I'm an old guy. No, and we also had some great local actors as well, Molly Milligan and Colton Tapp. But it's always wonderful when you have a good mix of performers. It's a fabulous cast.
Do you have any tips for future directors like myself?
I do. You want to be a director? That's fabulous. The most important thing is preparation. Good scheduling, good pre-production will help you, and because the shoot is always really short, so you want to be very well prepared.
I play Shannon. I guess someone called her the linchpin of the story. So, yeah, this is the real Shannon. And
How was the cast and all the crew members?
nuts, crazy, insane, and lovely. We had the opportunity to be with seasoned actors and fresh new faces within the cast, and then an amazing crew. You know, it's indie film, so you're talking about lots of new crew members that are ready to come in and make a place for themselves within their each of their disciplines: art, script, you know, sound. But yeah, having Mariette Hartley and Barry Bostwick and Ed Hyland and Kyle Bartlett, I mean, Meg Foster, like amazing, amazing actors.
My manager gave me a call, and I have two adopted children, and he had heard about the project and knew that it was a story about adoption and knew it might be something I was interested in. And I jumped at the chance to get involved and came in auditioned and met with Jonathan Brownlee, and I guess the rest is sort of history. It worked out really well.
Are you excited to be on this red carpet right now?
I am. Hey. She's a troublemaker. This one right here, troublemaker. I'm super excited. Like I have not seen anything. I've not seen any of the footage, so it's always exciting and sort of nerve-wracking, and you never know what to expect. But I feel like I'm blessed. I've got such an amazing cast and the crew and everyone. So excited.
Was the cast fun to work with?
Yes, they were a blast. I mean, we all have a really cool repertoire, and like with Barry Bostwick, we went fishing. They would yell cut, and we would go down to the river and go fishing. And we went out to have lunch with Mariette, and everybody seemed to really get along and like have our moments. And I think that bonding comes across in the film. I hope.
Not Matt.
No, that's Matt.
That's Matt. How are you, Matt?
Good, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you? How are you?
Hi.
Are you? Do you belong to Matt?
What?
Are you a Matt's daughter or anything?
I'm a stepdaughter. Congratulations.
Stepdaughter.
I'm Katie. How did you get involved with this project?
I was asked to do it. It's the best way to get a job. It was when they call you up and say, "Will you come do this movie? We're doing it in Texas for 2 weeks." And I thought, Texas? I like Texas. I want to support the Texas films, and I liked the people who were cast in it already. So, and I like the script. The script is very moving.
Do you still get excited to come to these red carpet events?
Yes, I do. Do you?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. No, it's fun. It's always fun. It's fun to, to meet people like you, who I've never met before, who are starting on a projectile of a great life and a great career. Do you want to be a news person or
I want to be a director.
you want to be a director? This is a great place to meet people who can help you in your directing career. I tell you, our director, Jonathan Brownlee, this was his first movie. He'd never directed a film before. So talk to him and ask him what you have to do to become a first-time director, you know? Oh, Jesus. The old people. She's very old. Do you know who this person is? No, she's in the movie also. Yeah, and she's a huge star. Isn't she? And you're very nervous about talking to her.
Very excited. I'm
Oh, excited.
to be with Mariette Hartley. Of course. Legendary actress.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
There's a lovely man named Jonathan Brownlee who asked to meet me, and we met and talked about the script, and I said I thought it maybe needed a little bit of work, and he agreed. And I got hired. I don't know how. I didn't even read. You know, generally you have to read, kind of test for it. I didn't. And before I knew it, I was in miserable well. I'm sorry, that's not the name of it. It's Mineral Wells, and staying there and doing the film there. So it was a very, very interesting experience. It really was.
Do you still get excited coming on these red carpets?
No, I hate them. Absolutely hate them. I hate them because I've been in the business for so long, and when people say, "Who's that? Who is that?" Oh, I don't know. Who is she? I don't know. I have no idea who she is. She's so old. I have no idea who she is. No, I don't like them. But I like to work. I love to do the work. I love to rehearse. I love to, you know, I've been doing that for so long that this kind of Hollywood stuff, even if it's in Dallas, is still very strange to me.
How was the cast like working with you?
They were wonderful. Every one of them. Absolutely wonderful. Barry, who doesn't remember me, but he doesn't remember anybody. And he doesn't hear anything. But so I called him when I found out I was doing it. And I said, "You've got to do it with me. You have to. We've known one another for a while." So we did. He said yes. He read the script, said yes. And we had a good time. I mean, he made me laugh a lot.
Legendary actor, we're so honored. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetheart. How old are you?
I'm 15.
Good for you, and you're doing this. That's terrific. Good for you. So are you studying journalism?
I'm in like AV tech, so I want to be a director. I believe.
Good for you.
So,
Good,
the director,
good.
Jonathan
Nice
Brown,
meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
I was concerned for the people besides me. I was concerned for for my play partners, but personally for me, it was actually a relief. I know that there's going to be heck to pay from some of my family members, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna be me, and I feel actually way more comfortable shouting from the rooftops than hiding under my bed.
I hope that that they will always be themselves. I hope they will always be themselves.
Amen.
Right?
Yeah.
Jeff, what would you say?
No, well, that's the theme throughout the entire film is just forget whatever anybody thinks of you. You don't define yourself by what other people think of you. You define yourself by whatever you think of you. Michelle taught us that while we were making the film, so we want the audience to learn that from her as well.
Be yourself and treat other people like people regardless.
And follow your interests. They're
Yes.
never obsessions, they're passions. And so
Right.
if you have any interest that people think, "Oh, that's kind of weird." No, that's the way you're supposed to be going.
Yeah.
Passions.
But if you call it a passion in a non-pejorative, if you call it an obsession, but you don't mean it in a mean way, that's okay too, because that's what I call a lot of my passions, is obsessions.
Thank you so much for
you.
taking time. Thank you.
Well, editing is all about making choices, and so we set out to tell a story, and we stayed with the footage that supported the story that we were trying to tell. Now, for A Song for You, the Austin City Limits story, there were 40 years of incredible performances to choose from, and so because it's some of the greatest music of the last century and of this current one, it was tough. But I went with some of my favorites, and I asked for input from friends and music fans and the producers of the show. And of course, there was no way we could include it all, but we got about 70 songs in 90 minutes. So it's pretty jam-packed. You know, I grew up right up the road in Plano, so to come here to Dallas and share the work that me and my team have been laboring over for a couple of years, it's exciting. It's great to sit in a dark room with a Dallas audience and share the film and then to talk about it afterwards.
There aren't that many women and people of color behind the camera, and luckily right now we're in a time where people are beginning to talk about it, or at least there's an acknowledgement of the lack of women behind the camera. So right now we really need to do the work, and that work is on all of us. Of course it's on the directors, but there's a lot of talent out there, so it's also on financiers, on producers, on studios, and on audience members to support films that are made by women and people of color.
I think we say a lot about the nature of heroics and also heroism, and that we prove that you don't necessarily have to start with the right purpose and reason, but you can end up with the right one.
Go with that one. That's a good
That
one.
was excellent. That's now our official answer for.
So thank you.
Strike all that other stuff from the record.
Yeah, off the record until then.